Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to another episode of The Art of Confident Driving. I hope you've been enjoying the episode so far. Do let me know. Give me a, yeah, I've been enjoying it. I've been, wow, driving around now. I'd love to hear that. Okay, so what I want to talk about today, I'm going to give you a little mini lesson on mirrors. Now, mirrors have changed in vehicles over the years, and I honestly don't think that we're using them correctly anymore. So we're going to talk about what mirrors are being used and how to use them. All right. So let's start off with our internal mirror, or the central mirror. Now, that central mirror, that is, and it should be in everybody's car, what I call a true mirror. In other words, it's one you could do your makeup with or brush your hair. It is a true mirror. There is no distortion at all to that mirror. Okay, it's one that we know as a proper mirror. Now, the external mirrors, or the side mirrors, or the wing mirrors, I know plenty of different names, doesn't matter as long as you understand it. So those side mirrors, most of them these days are convex. In other words, they are not a true mirror. They are distorted. They are showing you that distorted view. Now, the problem with that is, if we are judging by that mirror when we can do a lane change or when we can pull out from the curb, I'm going to guarantee that it's not going to end that well. You might end up getting beeped, and certainly when you get into that lane or you've pulled out into the laneway, you'll check your central mirror and go, ooh, that car was so much closer than what I thought. And that's the problem with using the side mirrors as a judgment mirror. So those side mirrors, they've become convex because many, many people were known for not checking their blind spot. Whoopsie. Remember, check your blind spots, guys. But that's why those side mirrors were changed, so that people who did not check their blind spots correctly would at least have some idea that there was something there. So that's why we're using those mirrors a lot more now, which is a bit of a problem, you know, when you're lane changing, because you can always see the nose of that car in that mirror. Okay, you won't be able to judge how far back that car is using those side mirrors. You'll always see the nose. So whether it looks a long way away or it looks somewhat closer, I would like you to have a test of that, right? So I'd like you to get into your car, and if you're in a road where you've already got a car behind you that's parked, fabulous. Have a look in the central mirror and then have a look in the side mirrors and just see the difference. You'll notice a big difference. You'll be like, oh, wow, yeah, okay, that car is a lot closer in the central mirror than I can see it in the side mirror. So this is why I really don't want you using the side mirrors as the judgment call. Okay, the judgment call should be done with the central mirror. So one of my biggest tips when it comes to lane changing, if you cannot see the nose of the car that you want to get in front of in that central mirror, you shouldn't be going. He's probably too close. So when you go to lane change, if you're looking in your central mirror and you can only see the side of his car, no, it's not a good choice. You'd be too close. And have a look in that side mirror again and see, oh yeah, I can still see his nose in that one. So just do experiments. See how close that vehicle is before you actually make the choice to lane change. Judge by the central mirror, not the side mirror, guys. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick story because a lot of people ask me, you know, what are the many stories you have in your job? Well, I'm going to give you just a very quick story about a lovely gentleman I met. This was my first year of being an instructor, so back in 97. I was in Sydney, so of course we have to retest, doing a driving test for the older students, as in 85 or older. So well done them for getting behind the wheel and saying, yes, I'm willing to put my skills on the line to keep my license. I think that's wonderful and well done to them, and especially the ones who go to the trouble of getting a lesson to make sure that they are good. Dear old Mr. Fredrickson, I loved him. He was a very sweet, kind gentleman, but he loved his side mirrors and he wasn't very good at checking blind spots. So it's one of the few times I actually thought I was going to die. Dear Mr. Fredrickson, he decided to do a triple lane change across the Pacific Highway at Waitara there. And there was no checking of blind spots, and there was only a slight glance in the mirror, and I heard quite a few horns behind us, and it was a little bit scary. But it just goes to prove, he was in the habit of just zipping across the lanes. He wasn't in the habit of checking his blind spot or checking the mirror correctly, and he just kind of zipped across. So we had a chat, and then he realised, okay, yeah, maybe I should have checked a blind spot a bit more. But yeah, so please, do the proper checks. Don't be in a rush to lane change or pull out from the curb. Just take your time, take those few extra seconds, and just say, yeah, it's worth my time to do it properly. All right, my friends, happy and safe driving. Go on out there, practice, be confident, and I'll see you next time. For more information and, of course, access to the full lessons, you can subscribe on Apple Podcast, or, of course, you can go to theartofconfidentdriving.com. Best wishes for happy and safe driving.